Welcome to Holy Pages. If this story touches your heart, please like it, share it with those who also love profound biblical stories, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our videos. Here, we go beyond the surface. We delve into the narratives, the characters, and the deepest meaning of faith. Now, take a deep breath and come with me as we explore one of the most extreme, painful, and momentous moments in history, the day God asked Abraham to sacrifice his son. There are stories that challenge us, stories that disturb us, that raise questions that don't always have easy answers. And among them all, there is one that echoes through the centuries, as shocking as it is powerful. It is the story of a man named Abraham and his beloved son, Isaac. A story where a father's love confronts the most extreme faith ever heard. Who was Abraham? Abraham was born in Ur of the Chaldeans, an ancient, wealthy city full of stone idols. But from an early age, Abraham sensed something greater existed, and when the voice of the true God called him, saying, "Leave your country, your relatives, and your father's house, and go to the land that I will show you," he obeyed. He left everything behind – riches, memories, the comforts of home. In the eyes of the world, it was madness, but in the eyes of faith, it was obedience. And this obedience would transform him into the father of a great nation. The impossible promise. God promised Abraham that he would be the father of multitudes. But years passed, then decades, and nothing happened. His wife Sarah, already elderly, laughed when she heard that she would have a son. But God does not lie. And then, against all logic, Isaac was born. His name means "he laughs," the laugh of someone who's seen a miracle born in their arms. For Abraham, Isaac was not just a son. He was the fulfillment of a promise, the future of an entire nation. The unexplainable call. But then, when Isaac grew up, the same voice that promised asked something unthinkable. "Take your son, your only son, whom you love, Isaac, and offer him as a burnt offering." The Bible doesn't mention Abraham's nights at this moment, but we can imagine his heart aching, his hands trembling, looking at his son sleeping and asking, "Why, Lord?" Even without understanding, Abraham decided to obey. On the road to Moriah. For 3 days, Abraham walked alongside Isaac and 2 servants toward Mount Moriah. 3 days. Enough time to turn back. Time to give up. On the way, Isaac asks, "Father, we have the fire and the wood, but where's the lamb for the sacrifice?" And Abraham responds with a heavy voice, but full of faith, "God will provide the lamb for himself, my son." Abraham didn't lie. He believed God had a plan, even if he couldn't see it. The altar of sacrifice. They reached the mountain. Abraham built the altar. He laid the wood. And then he bound Isaac. Imagine that moment, the heavy silence, the look between father and son, the unshed tears. Isaac didn't fight. He trusted his father, and Abraham trusted God. Abraham raised the knife, ready to obey to the end, and at the decisive moment, "Abraham! Abraham! Don't hurt the boy!" The voice echoed. It was an angel of the Lord who said, "Now I know that you fear God, since you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me." Abraham lowered his hand and took a deep breath. And nearby, trapped by its horns, was a ram. God truly provided the sacrifice. The true meaning. The story isn't about a cruel God wanting suffering. It's about faith that trusts even without understanding. Abraham showed that God was above even what he loved most on earth. And centuries later, another father would offer his son, and this time there would be no substitute. It was the perfect sacrifice, Jesus's. that open the way to salvation for all of us. Final reflection. Abraham wasn't perfect. He made mistakes. He was afraid. He doubted. But in his most difficult moment, he decided to trust. Perhaps God will never ask something so extreme from us, but we all have invisible altars, moments when we must choose between our will and the faith that trusts that God will provide. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like and subscribe here at Holy Pages. Here, every week, we delve together into the most profound, surprising, and challenging stories in the Bible. Share with those you love, and see you in the next video.